also can be learning a lot of what is going on and what is being offered on your island at the same time. And of course, we'll have the local food, barbecue on sale, and so on.
Okay, so you said that while the parents are busy gathering information, the kids will be playing, but I'm one of those very, on my child type parents. So who will be watching the children while they're playing?
Well, you'll have your children with you, but we'll have a lot of people also supervising and volunteering.
That's what I meant. Who would be supervising the bouncers and so on?
Yeah, we'll have volunteers on hand, and the Ujima staff, of course, will be there. And so there'll be plenty of supervision available for your child.
All right. Is there anything else that you haven't mentioned concerning the fun days upcoming, or is there something else besides those 2 days?
Well, if we go back to the Education Day on the 18th, people ask, why are you having an Education Day? And the reason being that somewhere along the way we have lost our focus, unfortunately, on the importance of education in St. Martin. We have a lot of children dropping out of school. We have parents that, for some reason or another, do not attend PTA meetings or information nights at their child's school. We have some parents that don't even go for their child's report card. Education is so important in every facet of our society. Without education, where would we be? And so we want to, at least for one day, it should be every day, but at least for one day, the community come out and support education. And that is the reason November 18th is the Ujima Education Day. And we have had tremendous support from businesses, organizations, individuals. Some people, as soon as they heard, they were right on board with this. And the support has been tremendous. If people would like to purchase shirts, they could contact us at Ujima by phone at 555-6124, or they could also email us at ujimasxm@gmail.com, and we will get your order to you.
Okay. Ladies, thanks so much for that information once again. Stay tuned, we will be right back.
Are you looking for that prescription that the doctor just gave to you and you can't find it at no other pharmacy? Well, the Orange Grove Pharmacy is where you should be. The Orange Grove Pharmacy, we carry a wide range of American and European prescriptions and drugstore items. We also do personal care products. We offer friendly services and 24 hours emergency delivery. Charges may apply. We're open Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 6:30 p.m., Saturdays, 9 to 1 p.m. Orange Grove Pharmacy, supporting a healthy lifestyle.
Welcome back to A Better Place. Natasha and Judith, I've been hearing so much wonderful things about Ujima, and lately I've been hearing that there is also a school in the making.
The Ujima Foundation is going to be opening a secondary school with a focus on performance arts next August 2012. The reason being, we have a lot of talented children on this island and we are not meeting their needs. So the Academy, the Charlotte Brookson Academy of the Performance Arts, will have the academic subjects in the morning with the concentration of the performance arts subjects in the afternoon. It will be a longer school day. We will start at 7:30 with the breakfast for the students, and then 8 o'clock to around 12:30 will be the academic subjects. And then after lunch, we will concentrate on tutorial, where they will get help in whatever subjects that they might need extra attention in, and then the performance arts subjects.
Is there a specific time for the performance arts too? Is it like from 2 to 5 then, or?
It's going to be about 2 to 5, 2:30 to 5, yes.
Okay, and how
Part of the school program.
It's a part of the school program. And how does one enroll for this school?
You will be hearing more about that after the holidays, at the beginning of the year. We will start taking enrollment. We will start interviewing for staff. Right now, all the groundwork is being put in place. Julianne Augusti and I had the privilege of visiting the Juilliard School and the Alvin Ailey School in New York City last month. And we also visited the Greater Hartford School of Performance Arts. And it was a fantastic learning experience for the two of us. Very often when we think of performing arts, we think of music and dance, and that's about it.
Right.
But it entails so much more than that. You have your set designing, you have your costume making, you have your audio engineering, you have just everything is part of every aspect of putting on a production is part of the performing arts.
And the schools that you just mentioned, are they also high schools as well?
The Juilliard School is a school college level.
Okay.
And it's everything. I mean, we had the privilege of walking in on a class, and it was actually a symphony orchestra. And you know, you're listening to them, and they were amazing, and you forget that they're just students. And then the instructor, we thought it was fantastic, and then the instructor's like, nope, that wasn't sharp enough, that wasn't good enough. Alvin Ailey caters to dance, and that was very interesting because we got there early for our meeting, and so we were able to stay in the lobby and observe the students. And what was so special was when the high school students that, you know, they're from inner city schools, come to the afternoon program. I mean, you see how responsible they are, how dedicated they are, how mature they are. And they know that, you know, being there is what they want for their life, and so they're just so dedicated. And then we visited the Greater Hartford School of Performance Arts, and that is more of a connection to the Charlotte Brookson Academy of the Performance Arts, because it is a high school,
okay.
And academics are in the morning and the performing arts subjects in the afternoon. So that had that was more, you know, connected to what we are looking to do.
Right. And at the high school, of course, I know which subjects will be given in the morning hours.
Mm-hmm.
But then are the students expected to do all of the different subjects that you offer in the performing arts in the afternoon?
What they would do is have selectives. And, you know, it was interesting because at the Greater Hartford School, they don't give the children a choice for the first year or so, because you may not think you might want to go into this field when actually you have to take the subject. You find, wow, this is something I really like,
right.
that I never thought of. So that's something that we at Charlotte Brookson will definitely consider. Another good piece of advice that we walked away from when Mr. Mossy of the Juilliard School was talking to us, he suggested that we even think about hiring maybe a graduate of the Juilliard School to actually do the performance arts aspect of the Charlotte Brookson Academy. So, you know, that's something we're considering. And we were very thankful for his generosity and all the advice that he gave us.
Right. So basically he's saying someone that have graduated from their school.
It's something that
yeah.
he's suggesting we might want to consider. They have a background in everything.
Wow, really?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Oh, yes. I mean, the tour that we had, I mean, he even took us into the basement where they do all the set designing, carpentry. You see them make the costumes. The same thing at the Greater Hartford School of Performance Arts. They put on productions, and so you have classes in set designing, classes in costume making, classes in audio engineering, you know, besides your typical musical theater, drama, things of that sort. So it's a broad spectrum when you come actually down to talking about performance arts.
Wow. And you've been saying, or you've been calling the name Charlotte Brookson.
Mm-hmm.
Where did that name come from?
That name is after a very special woman. Julianne Augusti, as we already mentioned, is co-founder of the Ujima Foundation. That was her grandmother. And Charlotte Brookson, when you hear Julianne talk of her grandmother, she had to have been a very special lady. I'm sorry, I never had the opportunity to meet her. But she was very into music and dance, and she'd have her grandchildren, you know, out in the yard with wooden spoons and milk cans as drums, and the grandfather on the accordion, and playing and singing and dancing, and she made all her grandchildren feel like the sky was the limit, that they were just special. And so when we were looking for a name for the performance arts, there was none other more fitting than to name the school after Charlotte Brookson.
And I'm sure that the family will be very honored to have a school named after their mother, grandmother, aunt, etc. And okay, so did you give me a date when you said you're expected to start with
August 2012.
August 2012.
Yes.
Okay. And will you be affiliated in any way with government, or will it be a private institution?
It's going to be a public school. We have adapted a lot of the elements from the charter school system in the United States, where you have your longer school days. It will be your longer school year, and there will be parents will also have a role to play, because they will have to do community service projects with their child. So it's going to be very community-minded. Part of their curriculum will be community service and volunteerism.
So ladies, you have given us a wealth of information concerning Ujima. I just want you to tell the viewing audience one last time about the fun days you have planned.
November 18th is our first event on the boardwalk. Ujima and Control Band will be celebrating Education Day. It is to bring about awareness in St. Martin, put the focus back on education. Businesses, organizations, families can purchase their shirts by calling 555-6124 or email us at ujimasxm@gmail.com. Our second event is on November the 27th at the Emilio Wilson Park from 12 noon until 6 p.m. Businesses, organizations, and individuals that would like to display their products or their services can purchase a table for $50, also by calling us or emailing us.
And that's about it. Right. Well, thank you so much, ladies, for having been a part of A Better Place. I want you to continue doing the great work you're doing with the youngsters here at the facility. I believe that what you do is very much needed in this society, and I want to applaud you once again for the great work you're doing. So continue. And to you, the viewing audience, don't forget to support Ujima on November 18th on the boardwalk and on November 27th at the Emilio Wilson Estate. Thanks once again for having joined us at A Better Place. I'm your host, Angelique Martis Rumu.